Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Yellow Jackets offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Thomas looking to fire. Makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Yellow Jackets will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There's just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Phillips. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Florida State's offense will go to work for the first time today. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Unloads quickly. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often.
And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like...
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. It didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. He's still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. The RPO, it's complete. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Lee. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The offense lining up for a first down play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The Yellow Jackets need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent off the throw.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game. Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll immediately call timeout. earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Thomas back to pass. Here comes the heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards. How about the Oak? Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The give to the tailback. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Quick catch on third down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. But when I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. On the move at the 30. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Noles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Thomas looking to fire. Takes the easy completion. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
A nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. The play-action fake. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
still an 11-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner will be brought down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Let's see if we can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wide open downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Hauls it in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold on.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's fine.
Breaks into the open. The 20. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Marshall has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 32 over Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. At the 35, he's open. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets home and gets the quarterback on the ground. We heard all week how important this would be, protecting the quarterback. Last week, this defense had 4 sacks. They've done a nice job. Forget this one and move on.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll go to the ground. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the big fella. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Fires to the tight end. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the period, and Georgia Tech has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments. Thomas back to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. The 20. Lowers those pads. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back.
Touchdown, Florida State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Thomas looking to fire. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch down the right side. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the 4th quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal. The give. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Turns it on in midfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and that's number 10. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer,
turning it on. Picks up the 1st down. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolute shame. Missed it. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
That's now the 2nd missed field goal for this guy. You have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
To the air on 1st down. Got him downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Got his man on the outside. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Of 6. Brings up 2nd down.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching